here's the thing. If there's one plant you didn't ought to be eating when you're courting, it's got to be garlic. Makes you stink. I've never had much success with it. I've always been a bit on a unlucky side with it. It's always bolted and gone to sea. And then somebody said to me, well, it's very cold up there. This is North Yorkshire, and Eggleston Gardens is in County Durham, even bloody colder. So this is grown in pots. This bloke down the Isle of Wight, the Isle of Wight garlic farm. I think it's just called Garlic Farm. Anyway, I thought we'd get some pots and we'll give it a trial and see what happens if you grow it in pots. I was very sceptical. It's now May the 1st, so you can see the progress since we started. Is that it then? Have I done this now? God bloody hell. Standing here like a lemon, freezing me nuts off. Here we are. This is one of the good things about being at Eggleston, is that we can do trials now and again, and we're running a garlic trial just to see if you really can grow garlic in pots, and we're giving it a hell of a test. These are 1.5 litre pots. This is a clove of elephant garlic, one clove. You can see it's huge, the size of that. Anyway, we're putting that into a 1.5 litre pot. Now, I've always just pressed garlic into the surface of the soil, and I've never been able to grow it, but I'm told that you have to bury it just under about 1 or 2 centimetres of compost. So there we are. This is how we're dealing with the elephant garlic. Here we've got bags of this is one called Lautrec White. This has all come from the Isle of Wight, from the garlic farm. Solent White, sorry. This is Lautrec White. Good sized bulbs. We'll split them up, and we'll put probably three in a 6-inch pot, as they recommend, but we'll probably go, I always go by the litrage, so it's a 3 litre pot for us. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So here we've separated out the bulbs. This is a variety called Chestnut White. I'm half filling the pot, or 2/3 filling the pot with compost. It's labelled. And then we're just going to put 3 cloves in. Actually, I think I'll fill this pot a little bit more. You see, I would have always thought, I've always planted garlic like this into the soil surface and just sort of left it slightly proud, but here they're recommending to have 1 or 2 centimetres of soil above the top of the bulb. So we put it in there and top them over. This just does not feel right to me, but there we are. That's that one, and then they're put on the barrow, and we're taking them up the top of the garden. It's just on the beginning of October at the moment. Well, it's not quite actually, it's the 29th of September, so we'll see what happens. This a little bit more scientific. What I've got here, oh, I like the smell of this garlic, is some ordinary seed non-seed garlic. This is just the stuff they sell as straightforward garlic. It's a lot cheaper than the seed garlic, and I want to run a blind trial just to see if there's any difference. This is straightforward. Provence white eating garlic. So we'll do a few pots of this as well, put up there. I'm exhausted, I haven't pulled that bloody barrow up here. So we're going to put the garlic here at the base of this wall. It's a big wall. And we've got maybe, what, maybe 200 pots. So it'll be a good test. The thing is, it's completely south-facing. You look down the nursery, up the dale, and here, if it's going to grow in pots at this height, it's going to grow anywhere, because this is almost 1,000 feet up. There you go. Well, it's autumn, we're now into November. Well, it's only the 3rd of November. But I want to take you up and have a little look at this garlic trial. The dogs have just pulled the mouse out and decided to eat it between them. And then they didn't like the taste of it. They had half each. Jack Russells. Okay, so this is garlic Provence white. You can see it's just coming through. The leaves are staying on the trees a long time this year, so they covered. The Cassion white isn't. There is no show on that yet. Provence white just started to come through. I'm amazed this has to stand the winter. Chenock white. Again, just see it's starting to appear. You like garlic, dogs? Finn? Does it make you stink when you have a snog? Disgusting stuff. There we are. Chestnut white. Lautrec white. That seems to be coming up okay. The elephant garlic, which is planted in individual bulbs. There. And Avignon white. Do you like the French accent there? Avignon. What a tit. So there we go. There's a show on a lot of the stuff. For early November. So it's a sullen old day in late April, but the garlic is it's okay. It's done well. But we're having to move it now. Thomas here is just weeding them out and getting them ready for moving. We're going to have to move them down onto a freestanding stock bed. Fortunately, we can put them in these racks. If you were growing on a patio or in a garden or something, it really wouldn't matter. You could just stand them up in a ballasted pot. That's a large pot with pea gravel in to keep them weighed down. Will you just knock one out again, Thomas, please? That's a good one there. So we'll have a look at that one. Plenty of root. Shall we just do the elephant garlic as well? Yep. I'm quite impressed with this, but the elephant garlic, it grows as big as a bull's bollocks. Yeah, that's quite good. But you wonder where the bulb is going to develop and how it will swell up with all that composting. But we'll wait and see. I'm fascinated to know. Thomas and I haven't moved the garlic to a freestanding bed. The wind hustles up that dale, so it'll give it a good test. It's all here in 3-litre pots. It's in carrier trays. This is where I'm going to leave it now. It will stay here and then we'll just water it. I'm not going to feed it. There should have been enough in the pot to keep it growing. And we just have to wait and see what happens. It's looking healthy enough. There's a few yellow tips to the leaves, but I've noticed garlic does that even in the open ground. So as I say, it's been an experiment in pot culture. That's its final positions. Now it'll be May the 1st in 2 or 3 days time. We'll just have to wait a couple of months and see. So there you go. We shall await the harvest. I'm looking quite confident about it. We've moved it out now onto the outside beds off the wall, mainly because we need the space on the wall. However, you've seen how it's done, you've seen how successful it can be. It's just what the yield is and how it develops over the next couple of months. It's looking positive. And in case you were wondering, this is Acer Corallinum. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The colour just speaks for itself. It's just been raining. And those little droplets are like, well, I'm looking for something original to say. I was going to say like little jewels. Whatever it is, I don't know. It's bloody lovely. Goodbye.